Well, I'm Michael King from Massachusetts Family Institute, and I welcome you again to the series that we're doing with pastors, great pastors across the state of Massachusetts that we've been partnering with on our common mission to strengthen and protect the family, the sanctity of life, religious liberty, parental rights in Massachusetts. And today I am privileged to have Elder Ray from the Chinese Bible Church of Greater Lowell. So Elder Ray, welcome to this video podcast.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, it's been a great journey partnering with the Massachusetts Family Institute.
Yes, and we've so valued the relationship we've had with all of these churches. We spoke at probably now almost 140 different churches across the state over the past 2 or 3 years. Before we did church engagement, we spoke at maybe a church every quarter. Now we speak at 2 churches every week on average, and it's really starting to make a difference. I always tell people, if it weren't for the Chinese church in Massachusetts, we never would have had the opportunity to vote on question 3, which is known as the bathroom law, back in 2018, when we had that whole referendum to get the signatures, because there was so much great work done with so many of our Chinese friends across the state to volunteer to be town captains and get those signatures in. So we are just thrilled to work with churches like yours. And, today I wanted to give viewers again, another example of this kind of relationship with the local church. And we've done parent forums at your church. We've come and spoke, I believe, on Sunday mornings. We've done pre-lobby day trainings. We've probably been to Chinese Bible Church Greater Lowell, I'd say in the past 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 or 5 times, if
That's
I'm
correct.
not mistaken. We've done, we recently did a virtual parent forum with you guys. So you guys have just been great partners. And so I wanted to kind of ask you, but before we get into your response to how what's the effect you've seen in your own church, how are parents and others responding to our message, I want to just go through a quick PowerPoint presentation here to show our viewers exactly where we've been across the state, just to kind of give you an idea here. So I'm going to bring this up here if I can. So this is a great church in New England, the New England Baptist Church. I think this is West Bridgewater. Normally I don't have a sign like this that welcomes me right to the church, but I thought this was great. Massachusetts Family Institute, Michael King speaking at 10 a.m. So that was a nice welcome to this particular church. This is a great Hispanic church in Lawrence. There's actually, as I understand it, 120 different churches just in Lawrence, 120 different Hispanic churches. So that might surprise a lot of people. This particular church we've spoken at twice, and we've had now over 100 people sign up for our text alert and our e-alert just from this one church. Yeah, this is Jubilee. We've been there presenting in their lobby area, especially around the bathroom bill time. This is one of the largest, if not the largest church in Massachusetts, with about, as I understand it, about 5,000 members.
Wow.
This is Ebenezer. This is one of the churches in Lawrence. Again, we've probably spoken here over 5 times in the past 2 or 3 years. This is the mother church of that group of 120 in the city of Lawrence. And here's Eagle Heights, another great church. Probably 400 or 500 people attend on a weekly basis, and just been a great partner. We've probably spoken there 2 or 3 different times. This is an Ethiopian evangelical church in Cambridge. Another great church. Just had a great conversation with the pastor from the church the other day. I didn't even know there was an Ethiopian evangelical church in the Boston area. This is a great Hispanic church in Lynn that we've spoken at now twice, and it has over 1,000 attendees per week. I didn't even know that there was a Hispanic church in Lynn that had over 1,000 people, and then someone told me that just down the street from this church is another Hispanic church with over 2,000 attendees. So it's been great to partner with these churches in Lynn. Here's an evangelical free church in Westfield that we've spoken at. There you can see me speaking for giving our presentation on a Sunday morning. We spoke at their Sunday school service as well for about 45 minutes before this service. So again, just getting that access to so many people. This is a Russian Pentecostal church of about 800 attendees in Westfield, Massachusetts. We've spoken here at least 2 different times. It was my first time, I believe, being translated into Russian.
Wow.
This is a Hispanic church. This was a church event of 5 Hispanic churches that came together in Marlborough. So this church is made up of 5 4 satellite churches to the mother church that's in Marlborough. And for this particular event, they had over 3,000 people. And they gave me some time to speak at this event regarding our shared mission. I talked a lot about starting Bible clubs in public schools. And I think now we have over 200 leads of parents and students that want to start Bible clubs at their schools in Massachusetts.
That's great.
Is Heritage Bible Chapel in Princeton, Massachusetts, another great church that we've had the opportunity to speak at. And recently in Waltham, speaking at this church. This church, we've actually probably worked with them 10 different times in the past 2 years. And because of this church, as I understand it, there's no recreational pot shops in Waltham because this church in particular took a stand to stop marijuana in Waltham.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, and Elder Ray, just want to kind of quickly go into just the subjects that we cover. So, as I mentioned, we want people to start a Bible club. Students, many times our students are discriminated against at our schools to start Bible clubs. So, we've had a lot of success starting Bible clubs. We're concerned about the infanticide bill. People that want more information on how to get involved can text the word sponsor to our short code, which is 797979. We also are concerned about the physician-assisted suicide bill. Again, you can text Save Life to 797979 for more information on that particular bill. We want to stop the sex ed mandate and all the pornographic, explicit material that they're teaching our kids in these sex education classes. Again, text the word education to 797979. You guys are one of the churches, as well as other churches, that have done a parent forum. Again, if you want information on how to do a parent forum and to further expose what's being taught in these sex ed classes, text the word education to 797979. Here is a picture of one of those parent forums we did in Stoneham. We had about 50 people come out on a rainy Monday night to discuss, what is being taught to kids in the public school. It was a great event. And again, banning pot shops might surprise people that 250 towns and cities have opted out or passed a moratorium out of the 351 towns and cities in Massachusetts. So making a lot of progress on that, like we have done in Waltham. So if you want us to come and speak at your church, do a presentation, whether that's a parent forum, come on a Sunday morning, just email me, michael@mafamily.org. Again, michael@mafamily.org. So Elder Ray, wanted to just, again, give you the opportunity to speak about, the effects of our relationship with Chinese Bible Church Greater Lowell. What are those conversations you've heard from parents, in terms of why they value MFI, why they value that relationship to strengthen and protect the family in Massachusetts?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it was really kind of an eye-opening experience to, both myself and the families in our church. I think many of our families are not aware of what's going on, especially we are a church of immigrants. We don't speak the native language. We don't normally read. Some of our members do not really read the English new newspapers, right?
Mm,
Materials. So by making the information available to them, what is the going on at school in terms of sex education, in terms of what's going on in the town, in terms of the marijuana, and what's going on in the public square in terms of the bathroom bill.
mm,
I think it's really, first, I think it's very educational to us. And second, really help our church members to live out the Christian value, because some of us are really, basically just Sunday church goers,
mm,
and we, listen to a sermon, go to Sunday school, but we do not know how to live out the value, how to be a good, citizen that living out to be the salt and light in this world,
mm,
to be influential in the society, and to help protect not only our kids, our families, but also to be helping out our neighbors as well. As Jesus mentioned, we need to love our neighbors, and how to achieve that.
yeah.
I think the partnership with you is so important, especially in a blue state. I'm not sure if every state has an organization like you focus on these many issues.
Mm,
And as a church, we do not have a bandwidth to do this type of job. So partner with you is very valuable to us. We view this as an ongoing partnership. And obviously, there are some families who are not really aware of those issues, especially I think we have some challenges in the young adults
mm,
area that we're really, helping them to fight the secular education or value they learn from their schools,
mm,
and turn them into of warrior of what the Bible has taught us.
mm,
So I think your initiative of, for example, encourage young people to have Bible clubs at high
mm,
schools, at schools around states, that's a great initiative.
mm,
I don't think we're able to do that yet. Like I said, it's an ongoing thing.
mm,
There are things we need to learn, and we need to continue to partner with you.
mm.
But what those things are very valuable to us. I think we definitely cherish the relationship, and would like to, continue to work with you.
Yeah. Yeah, on the Bible Club issues, so we had a young lady in the city of Lynn. She put up some posters with Bible verses on them to advertise her Bible Club, and her principal told her to take her posters down. So because we spoke at her church, she knew that we existed, and she called us immediately and said, "I'm being discriminated against. I should be able to start a Bible Club at my school." So we
Mm,
sent a kind letter to the principal just explaining her constitutional right to have that club. And wouldn't you know it, the very same day the principal got the letter, he went to this young lady and said, "Go ahead and put your posters back up and get your club started."
mm,
She not only got her club started, she had a large group of young people at her group, and they sang a worship song at their talent show in the
mm.
spring, and they ended up winning first place, singing a worship song.
Oh, wow, that's great
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So there's just so many stories like that of victory. What if we had 75, 80 people show up in Worcester recently in February to speak out against the explicit sex education from Planned Parenthood and other organizations, and
Mhm,
because of our testimony, we were able to stop Planned Parenthood in the
mhm,
second largest city in Massachusetts. Actually,
mhm.
it's the second largest city, I believe, in all of New England, which is Worcester.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That,
So
that's
it's
amazing.
yeah, and look, at your church, you have a lady there that ran for school committee in a neighboring town to where you guys are located. She
Right.
won, and she has been just so influential. She was part of a group that
Mhm,
helped to ban recreational marijuana in the town of Acton.
Right.
Acton was a yes town in 2016 when we took the vote as a state whether or not we wanted recreational commercial
Mm.
marijuana. But when they took a vote on a local level, they had 1,100 people show up to the town hall meeting, and almost 80% voted to
Wow,
ban
that's amazing.
recreational marijuana in Acton, and that was done because of a effort again by the Chinese community, especially in the
Hmm.
town of Acton,
Right, right.
to stop that. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's
the
good.
relationship with Chinese Bible Church Greater Lowell has been very strategic in many different
Mhm.
ways.
Great, great. Yeah, some of the stories I think you shared with us are truly amazing. That it's small things that we just need to do to engage our community, to engage our schools, to show we care.
Yeah,
Because in many cases, we're kind of a little bit shy and reserved. But once we share our voice, we do see people respect that. Um,
yeah,
and we can be influential as well. So.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So lastly, I just want to encourage other churches too to consider, we have this mission to adopt your local state representative and state senator, and it's called our 200 for 200 mission. We want 200 churches to adopt 200 legislators. So, we'd love for churches like Chinese Bible Church of Greater Lowell to adopt your state rep and your state senator.
Mm-hmm.
And how this looks is, what other churches have done is they'll put a bulletin board or something in their lobby area that has a picture of their state rep, a picture of their state senator, and then our one-page briefs that we provide that explain, this is why we're concerned about the infanticide bill, the sex ed mandate, the physician-assisted suicide. You
Mm-hmm.
lay those out on a table with the pictures of the legislators so that people are reminded, hey, these are the issues we care about. These are the people that are representing us, and we want to pray for them. We want to petition them, as Paul tells us in Timothy, to pray and petition those that are in authority so that we can live peaceful and quiet lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, wouldn't it be great if we could all live peaceful and quiet lives?
Mm.
But that comes with
Yes.
responsibility. We can't just have peaceful and quiet lives unless we're engaging on a local level to do that. So,
Mm-hmm.
we look forward to working with you guys in that way as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to bring this to my pastoral team and have a discussion, get everyone on board. But it would be a great thing to do.
Great,
Uh,
great. Well, good. Well, like I said, we're just so thankful for churches like Chinese Bible Church of Greater Lowell, and the opportunity to speak to your parents about sex ed in the public schools, to see people in your church getting involved in your school committee, having such a great impact on towns like Acton and others. It's been such an encouragement. So, Elder Ray, I want to just take this time to thank you and what you guys are doing in our common mission to strengthen and protect the family in Massachusetts.
Thank you, Michael, for all the partnership and all the support and the courageous things that you guys are doing. Really a blessing, I think, to all the people, all the families in Massachusetts, and really be, proud to be a member of that. Although there are still, things for us to do to follow up and make sure, for example, the parent forums material is being reviewed and being followed up. But that's something that local churches can really help.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, good. Well, again, thank you so much. And, I hope those that are watching this too will be encouraged and continue to partner with us like you guys have done. And, I really do believe that we can make a huge difference, as the local church in Massachusetts, even in Massachusetts, on these issues. So thank you
Mhm.
so much.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, take care.
You too.
God